create an overall positive experience. So effective communication skills are really important for a teacher in transmitting of education, classroom management, and interaction of the students in the class. Communication process is successful when we deliver the message in a clear and understandable way. For effective teaching, a teacher requires good communication, good classroom management, updating knowledge, and maintaining personality. Research says that no one can teach effectively until you are having these basic skills of teaching. One more quote by Tony Robbins. To effectively communicate, we must realize that we are all different in the way we perceive the world and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with others. It is said that a teacher with good communication skill can turn a boring subject into an interesting one by good presentation. But a lot of barriers are there in achieving these skills. Barriers like the teacher's inefficiency, the surrounding noise, different language of teacher and student. But as we know, for every problem, there are solutions. Improvement methods are there by attending the training section or practice properly at home or open to new experience and methodologies. The barriers and the improvement part will be discussed in detail by my colleagues. A few more words in my conclusion. To make teacher-student communication effective, study what your students' likes and dislikes are and how they change over the period of time. Encourage them to speak their minds and not to be afraid of the mistakes they make. When students' engagement is high, each learner feels known and valued. This proves your high competence as a teacher and ensures the academic success of our students. So good communication is when your words, your voice, and your body speak the same language. Good communication and good teaching is all about understanding and being understood. Thank you. With the hope that we will understand the significance of good communication skill, I request Mrs. Sandhya to continue the session by presenting the problems which we are facing during communication. Over to Sandhya. Thank you, sir.
Very well communicated, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Biggest communication problem is we do not listen to understand. We listen to reply. Respected principal sir, vice principal sir, madam supervisor, and my dear colleagues, a warm good morning to all.
Good morning.
In 21st century...
Madam, Sandhya madam?
Yes, sir.
Little louder, madam. Little
louder. Okay, sir. In 21st century, the challenges being faced in teaching skills are effective communication skills, learning and innovative skills, information, media and technology skills, life and career skills. What is communication barrier? A barrier in which it is an obstacle that prevents the receiver from receiving and understanding the message. Barriers related to the formation of message. Lengthy or complicated message. Vocabulary used in a conversation is too lengthy or complicated can cause a communication barrier. Linguistic issues. Linguistic issues occur due to speech disorders. Often completely they lead to the meaning which is not understandable. It can affect the communication process. Inconsistent tone on nonverbal communication. Body language, tone, pitch, pace, gestures, eye contact, posture, facial expressions can enhance the communication if used well. Barriers communications can be internal or external. Internal barriers of communication. Fatigue, disinterest, or excitement. Fatigue. If students are tired, they cannot able to listen or not in a position to think. Disinterest. If topic of conversation may not be interesting for the students, they will not show interest in the topic. Excitement. If students are too excited or sometimes happy, they are not able to focus or listen. Poor listening skills. Poor listeners do not attend carefully to all the information being given by the speaker. That is, verbal and non-verbal signals, including intonation and body language. Emotional barriers. People find difficult to express their emotions appropriately during communication. Worried people cannot communicate properly, and an angry recipient cannot understand the message correctly. During communication, both sender and the receiver need to be in the right frame of mind psychologically. Differences in perception and viewpoint. Receiver may not look at things the same way as the person who is communicating. This causes communication gap. Difference in views cause disagreement between sender and the receiver. Cultural differences. Social interaction varies in different cultures. What may seem like appropriate gesture in one culture might be inappropriate in another. For example, making eye contact is considered a good communication technique in US. But in most Asian countries, making eye contact with a senior person is disrespectful. External barriers of communication. Noise and other distractions. Noise prevents the message from being heard correctly. One may miss an important part of the communication and misunderstand. Cell phone usage during classes will cause distraction. Physical barriers between communicators. Technical problems with equipment used for communication is a physical barrier. Weak signals or faulty handset may prevent proper contact and cause irritation among the people who are communicating. Physical disabilities. Disabilities such as hearing problems or speech difficulties can become a barrier to communication. Physical barriers to nonverbal communication. We cannot see nonverbal gestures, posture, and body language when making phone calls or sending messages. Therefore, they are less communicative, effective than face-to-face communication. These are the communication problems. For these problems, solutions we'll find with Mrs. Mumtaz. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Sandhya ma'am. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal Sir, Supervised ma'am, and my dear colleagues, Assalamu alaikum and good morning to one and all.
Walaikum
Sandhya ma'am
assalam.
has discussed the problems faced in communication. Before starting my topic, let me discuss the importance of communication skills. Communication is the key to effective teaching learning process in the classroom. Successful teaching is generally considered to require only 50% knowledge and 50% communication skills. As a result, teachers should be proficient in all 4 modes of communication. What are they? Those 4 communication skills. I think all the teachers are aware of it. LSRW, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. And a teacher should know how to utilize this proficiency effectively in classroom, school environment. Being able to do this has been proven to have a great impact on success students achieve in their academic lives as well as the teacher's own career success. Poor communication is the only reason, or we can say main reason, why students lack motivation, perform badly, and consequently drop out of school. According to many studies, success of students is directly related to effective communication of their teacher. Nurturing this kind of interactive and engaging teaching environment demands regular and effective communication. So in this webinar, I will outline some of the strategies we can use to help us and our students attain the best outcomes. Let us see how to solve the problems faced in communication. What we can do is, the first thing, create a safe learning environment with the supportive relationship. How can we do that? We'll see. It has been proven that a supportive relationship between students and teachers have positive impact on class engagement, participation, and students' achievements. This is because when students feel supported, they are more comfortable expressing their own thoughts and ideas in class discussions, attempting challenges, and asking when they need help. Higher levels of engagement and participation then lead to better developed knowledge and greater achievement. A supportive learning environment is built using communication. You should get to know your students well and show them that they are safe from judgment or humiliation in your classroom. It is a good idea to learn students' names early in the year, and you should use them often. Have an open door policy for your students to come and talk to you about any issues, and be empathetic and caring when you are interacting with them at all times. Don't tell them off or for not understanding, and don't even ridicule their thoughts and ideas. Second thing, what we can do is teamwork. Teamwork and group discussions contribute to making the classroom more comfortable environment. By working in small groups, students are able to share their ideas more easily and improve their own communication skills. These activities also have given them good opportunity to ask you questions and get feedback on their work, leading to effective communication between you and them, better understanding of the lesson, and academic benefits. You could also try to improve your communication skills through teamwork with your colleagues. Planning more lessons together, sharing ideas, and problem solving together will develop the way you interact. Next thing what we can do is, that is a third point, body language. How the body language will solve the communication problem. Let us see. Communication is not only verbal, it is also non-verbal. You should ensure that the signals you are giving out through your body language are positive, confident, and engaging. For example, making eye contact with your students when you are talking to them shows that you are being supportive and attentive. In order to make more eye contact, you may have to learn your lesson content thoroughly in advance so that you don't have to look away to read your notes. As you teach, you should use gestures to emphasize your words. This increases interactivity of the lesson, making it more visually interesting and hence more memorable. Keep your arms open, do not fold them, and use smiles, nods, thumbs up to encourage the students when they participate. Moving around the classroom while you teach also can help to remove the barrier between you and your students and gives them less opportunity to zone out or get distracted. In this online scenario, what we can do is we can keep our cameras on so we can make them to feel our presence. And the next point, that is fourth one, active listening. How? The listening component of communication should not be overlooked. Over 60% of all misunderstandings results from poor listening. So what we have to do, practicing good listening in the classroom can benefit you in two ways. Firstly, you will be model for your students who will improve their own listening skills and thus retain lessons better. Secondly, by using active listening, you can correct misunderstandings and extend learning, resulting in a better education for your students. And the next point is feedback. I'm very sure everyone is aware of this point. Feedback is also an important component of communication in the classroom. There have been many studies focusing on feedback in recent years. It has been shown that positive feedback, that is, you're aware, praising, it builds the students' confidence, making them more likely to believe that they can succeed, and helps to create supportive environment and increase academic success. You can also use positive feedback to modify students' behavior. How? For example, praising a student for having their hand up is likely to cause the students around them to stop shouting out, okay, and copy this behavior in order to be praised themselves. And next point is, it's most important, sense of humor. How? The use of humor in the classroom has been found to increase learning, self-motivation, and positive relationship between students and teachers. It allows you to establish a rapport with your class and keep them interested in the lesson. For example, you might tell jokes or funny anecdotes, give light-hearted personal examples, or laugh at students' own jokes. However, you should ensure that you don't use negative humor, where you demean or embarrass students, or humor that is either irrelevant to the lesson, disturbing, violent. We should avoid such jokes. Only continue to use humor that has received a positive response from the class, such as laughing. And the last point is be clear. How can we be clear? Good communication and good teaching is about understanding and being understood. For this reason, you should always be clear and unambiguous and adapt your words to your audience. Think about this while writing lesson plans. Ensure that you break complex ideas into simple, logical parts for your audience to understand. But also while you interact with the children after presenting the lesson. How? After presenting the lesson, I'm sure that we are all doing this. For example, you may wish to check that your teaching was clear. How? By asking your students questions or requesting summaries of the lesson in their own words. And these are all the solutions for the problems we face in the communication. Now let us brush over the solutions we learned today. What were they? create a safe learning environment with the supportive relationships and more teamwork, body language, active listening, sense of humor. Be clear. Before concluding, I would like to end my talk with a quote that goes, "Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity." Thank you for being with me. Now, my colleague, Mrs. Noshin ma'am, will discuss the methods to make teaching learning more interactive. Over to Noshin ma'am.
Respected principal, vice principal, or madam supervisor, and all my dear colleagues. Good morning to one and all.
Very good morning.
Start with my topic, methods to make teaching more interactive. I would like to quote the lines of the greatest physicist of all time, Albert Einstein. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think, which clearly specifies that active participation of students leads to learning rather than a passive way of learning. One of the professors of Harvard University, Eric Mazur, says, active learning makes it impossible for a student to sleep through a class. In recent decades, traditional training methods are failing to equip with the tools needed to navigate the 21st century world. Interactive learning tempers that problem by teaching students more universally applicable, critical, and problem-solving skills. Students can be encouraged to be active members of our class as thinking on their own and trying to execute their thoughts results in long-term memory. Not only their knowledge will improve, but their interest, strength, team spirit, and freedom of expression will increase as well. Most effective ways to encourage more speech or interaction in our classrooms are think, pair and share, brainstorming, bus session, buddy system, quiz or discussion board, real-time survey are few of them. Many of these strategies can also be implemented in virtual classes to make them interactive. In the interactive activity of think, pair and share, a problem or question will be set around a certain topic and the students will be paired up. Enough time will be given to reach to a proper conclusion and to share their views in their own voice. Brainstorming is mostly performed in group sessions. It is useful in generating creative thoughts and ideas. It helps the students to learn from each other's work and to work together. During a bus session, participants are put together in session groups and focus on a single topic. They learn to discuss and collaborate among themselves within each group and learn from each other's experiences. As a result, we should provide some key words to spark the conversation. To encourage buddy system, an entirely online group project, firstly, students must be paired up. An introductory class showing students how to collaborate virtually through tools like Google Docs or Zoom must be explained. Then a project or few projects can be listed out to give a choice for students to select. Once selected, they can be allowed to start their preparation. Students should take screenshots of their progress, and when students are comfortable with the buddy system project and have the tools required to complete their work, they can complete and schedule the project's final presentation. In our virtual classes, by dividing our curriculum into sections with small quizzes or discussion board, at the end of each section, interaction can be encouraged. This will keep the students to be present and focused as they know A graded quiz is followed after every session. So they are less likely to drift off or browse the internet during lectures. Technology has made our lives significantly easier. With the survey apps like Poll Everywhere, Direct Poll, and Slido, we can conduct real-time surveys. We can poll our students' responses. Not only can this approach help in organizing friendly debates, but it can also be extremely informative and can add fun to our questions answered. To keep our class interesting and the students excited about their learning, incorporating few other strategies like mystery into lessons, creating classroom games, giving students choices, debates and role plays, relating material to the students' lives, think outside the box, and water cooler talk can be helpful. To elaborate about mystery into lessons, learning may be the most fun for students when they don't know what to expect. We can try to incorporate a sense of surprise and mystery into our lessons. When we are about to unveil a new lesson, students can be given a clue before starting the session so that they can try to find out the topic that will be taught that day. Games are also a great way to keep lessons interesting. If we wish to make our students learn or remember spelling, a spelling bee can be conducted. Each participant can be eliminated from the group when a word is misspelled. In the similar way, learning of meanings of words, synonyms, and antonyms can be made easy in a language class. One strategy found to be effective is offering students the ability to make their own choices. When it comes to learning, while planning an activity, different tasks can be put up for students to complete. Students can be given 6 to 8 topics to choose a topic of activity of their choice. As choice can be a powerful motivator because it helps to foster student interest and independence. To continue with other methods, debates and role plays are a wonderful way to formalize discussions and to encourage confidence of oral speaking in members of the class. The use of debates in the classroom can be an active strategy that strengthens skills of persuasion, organization, public speaking, research, teamwork, etiquette, and cooperation. Teachers can foster critical thinking skills by providing evidence to support their claims before any debate. Role play is an active instructional strategy that helps students to take on different roles in a specific context as they explore and learn about the topic at hand. In a foreign language class, students can take on the role of different speakers and use dialogues to help learn the language. So to speak about relating material to the students' lives, if we try to create a real world connection to what the students are learning, this will give them a better understanding of why they need to learn. If we explain to them that by learning English, they can express their ideas or views very clearly, whatever their choice of profession may be, whether they would like to become a sportsman, an industrialist, a doctor, or any other. By giving straightforward answers, teachers can help the students make a connection between their learning and its use in the future. Think outside the box. Lesson plans don't have to include worksheets or lectures for students to sit and take down the notes. Planning a lesson completely out of the ordinary way, like inviting a guest speaker, taking learning outdoors, or a creative way of teaching a lesson or a poem, will always be something new and different, and the students respond positively. To elaborate about water cooler talk, in the academic world, it is always essential to treat students like real humans, not just like the Zoom call attendees. A short period of time must be included in every class for personal conversation. Water cooler talk is often used to describe casual discussion that is not work related, and it may help develop bonds between students and teachers. This could be done through small things like opening the virtual classroom earlier or let the students stay after class for a small chat together. These are few of the strategies that make learning interesting, as learning that engages students is the most effective learning. Thank you. Now my friend Mrs. Nikat will introduce few more methods to make teaching interactive in a virtual classroom. Over to Mrs. Nikat. Thank you.
Thank you, Nosheen ma'am. Respected principal sir, respected VP sir, respected supervisor, respected webinar in charges, and my dear colleagues. Assalamu alaikum and a good morning to one and all.
Walaikum assalam.
Today's webinar, we are going to discuss, already we had discussed so many things. I have nothing to say, but still I have two ways in which you can make your teaching very interesting and interactive. We are going to utilize these two methods in this webinar. I'm going to expose those things now. Teaching is the profession that teaches all of the other professions. We must feel proud and blessed that we are teachers. I really feel for that. I hope you people also feel this. Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu says, if a person teaches me one single word, he has made me his servant for a lifetime. You might be knowing the story of Dronacharya and Eklavya, where you found the student happily giving his thumb for his teacher. Friends, you will not find this type of atmosphere now because things have changed. Time has changed. Technology has changed. Early in the morning or during last periods, you find our students in this manner. Some are happy, some are sad, some are sick, some are sleepy, scared. It depends on the mood, how they feel that day. So we also need to change. Friends, those days are gone, really. Time has changed everything. Technology has changed everything. I would like you people to just observe this video. Against their... Are you able to hear, my dear friends?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Against their rulers who did not accept to their authority. But when the Mughals started being powerful, many rulers, many of the Raj note that Angrez insulted Shivaji. What was the consequence?
Hands up, hands down, up, down, up, down. Turn around, turn around. Yes. Keep your hand on your hip. Just keep your hand on your hip. Yes. Turn towards right. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Sit, sit, stand, sit, stand, stand. Apart from this, you can also ask them to move around. You can tell, go and get a nail cutter, a comb. Let us see who's going to get it fast. They will run and come back. This also will change their moods. You can also say, just hold your mom's hand and say that you love her too much for being his mother or her mother. You can also say, thank you for helping me in my studies. Thank you for making me a good student, or something like that. You can just put one sentence for them which they are going to tell in front of their mother, or even just go and hug your siblings. Something like this will really change their mood. Here is another video of my class.
Ma'am, we studied Mahajanapadas.
Okay, we studied about Mahajanapadas. Then what else we learned?
And we studied about the walls and forts for protection and taxes. And how kings became kings. Mahajanapadas.
Yes, boys, very good. Let me give you one very good information. From when I started asking question, or when I started the class, I found Raj eating in his class. Okay, so his group marks will be minus 5 points from Vraj group. He belongs to which group, children?
Raj is in Musti. Raj is in Arsalan team.
Okay, minus 5 points from Arsalan team. Raj, you will continue eating now or stop?
Don't know.
Don't know? Okay, another 5 will be minused.
Ma'am, Musti memory there.
Yeah.
Minus 10.
No, if he is not stopping his eating, then I will minus. I think he stopped. Okay? Thank you, Raj.
Manage and maintain an army.
So my dear friends, you will find this type of students in our classes. I have noticed this in my classes. I feel that maybe you are also finding this problem. To solve this problem, let us divide our class into groups. We can divide our class into groups by maybe naming them in colors or fruits or by their names, as you wish. This is the score which I had used last year. And in this group, you must be very careful that you are dividing a group in which there are 2 quick learners, 2 average learners, and 2 slow learners. My dear friends, imagine when you divide your group like in this way, you will find your students helping each other, encouraging them, and sometimes even they point out, it is because of you I lost my marks. What is this? I want you to score better next time. So like this, you will find each student participating and trying to score more and more for his group. This is one of the method. Next, I would like you people to use your mobile. To play Kahoot, we need 2 devices. One where you are going to see the question and the other where you are going to answer. So please keep your mobiles with you and Google Kahoot. Just type Kahoot in Google and select Play Kahoot, enter game pin. Are you able to see the game pin, my dear friends?
No, Nikat ma'am. I'm at least able to see.
Okay, this one 603751. You are not able to see?
No, Nikat ma'am.
Okay, just a moment.
Sure.
Yes, now.
Yes, we are able to see. I'm able to see. I don't know
Yes,
that.
please enter this game pin 6073
Okay.
751.
607.
Good ma'am. Sunita ma'am, Imam ma'am. Then Udaya, I don't know who is this. I hope it is Beena ma'am. Sandhya, Tahira ma'am, yes, thank you, good. By the time they join, let me tell you about the game. When you are in, you will find this message there on your mobile, which is in your hand. You are in, see your nickname on the screen. You'll find your name on the screen. Please be careful here. When I play this game, you will find the question on the screen. For instance, what is the name given to the full moon night? The answer is Purnima here. So this is visible only on the screen. The mobile which you are having, you will find this type of colors. My dear friends, please be careful. You will find this type of colors on your mobile. You will not find the answer. Answer is on the screen. And the color of that answer is what? What is the color of that answer? Green color. Yes? So you have to click green color.
Actually, nothing is visible on your screen.
Please answer me so that I will proceed further. I want interaction.
Screen is not working, Nikat ma'am.
Okay, just a moment. Now are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am. Your
Yes,
screen
yes.
is able to see.
Yeah. This is the question here. This question you will find on the screen. What is the name given to the full moon night? The answers are 4 here. In that you have to choose one correct answer. The correct answer is Purnima. And when you click this, you have to click on your gadget which is in your hand. Green color. Then your answer will be correct. Okay, my dear friends. Is that clear? Shall we start with the game?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. All the best. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. All the best, my dear friends. Very good. Keep it up. 16 of them have answered it well. Let us see who was the first to answer. Mrs. Iman, Sandhya, Srikala, Reena ma'am, Nigat ma'am. Yes, all the best. Next question. Yes. 15 of them have chosen the correct answer. Keep it up. Yeah, the position has changed now. Sandhya ma'am, Sunita ma'am, Reena ma'am, Imam ma'am, Udaya ma'am. Keep it up. Let's go for the next question now. You need to know this answer, 30th November 1987. Yes. Keep it up, Srikala ma'am, you have come up. Udaya ma'am, Shajida ma'am, Sandhya ma'am, Sunita ma'am. Keep it up. Next question. Very good. I expected this. Correct answer from all of you. Easy question, yes? No participation. I'm feeling sad for this. Yes, keep it up. Next question. Yes, thank you, my dear. I need to hurry up, so I'll not tell about the score. The last question here. Wow, 16 of them know this answer. Keep it up. So it's time to see the winners now.
Hey, what is last question? Last question is my name.
Sir, it is it is about your place. From where do you belong to?
Acha, where you belong?
Yes, 16 of them.
Belongs to Kerala.
Sir, 16 of them have answered it well. Yes.
Had the question been regarding my place, nobody would have answered.
Even I don't know, sir.
Chhattisgarh.
Very good. Keep it up. This shows you are the best teachers in IAS Jubail. Keep it up. Now it's time to go for the podium. Winners are third place Sunita ma'am. Sajida ma'am, second place. Sudha ma'am, first place. Runners Sandhya ma'am and Reena ma'am. So this is one of the method which I adopt after completing all the classes. Like first lesson when I complete, then I keep this Kahoot so that students will enjoy. With this, I conclude my saying, dear friends, let us make our teaching fun. And we are training small students from 6 to 8. We are not training for doctors or engineers or military commanders that we should be strict. Let us be flexible and adopt new methods and technology for our students. We have Google Chacha and YouTube Mama. We can just explore and find out more and more methods to adopt and change our teaching techniques. Now I come to an end and hand over my presentation to Mrs. Iman, my colleague. Please take over from me. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Nikhat ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal Sir, Honorable Supervisor, and my learned colleagues.
Iman ma'am, please raise your voice.
Okay, ma'am. Respected Principal Sir, Vice Principal Sir, Honorable Supervisor ma'am, and my learned colleagues, wishing you all a very good morning. The desire for safety stands against every great and noble enterprise. It is aptly said that school is the second home and teacher is the second parent. Therefore, it is the primary requirement on behalf of a teacher to provide a safe and secure learning environment for all the students in the class. Now, the question comes as what does it mean to have a safe learning environment and what are the methods to achieve the same? A safe learning environment is focused on academic achievement, maintaining high standards, fostering positive relationship between the teacher and the students, and encouraging parental and community involvement. There are plenty of methods to ensure safety and security in a class for both offline and online classroom. Talking about safety, it must be kept in our minds that mental safety is as important as physical safety, if not more. For our Zoom class online, as a teacher, we need to enable the waiting room option to avoid Zoom bombing, that is, the entry of any unwanted person who is not a student into our classroom. In this way, the primary key of admission to any class will be effectively and safely controlled by the teacher only. The most important methodologies to ensure a safe learning environment are: the first, working on ourselves as an educator. As a teacher, if we show children how important kindness is by taking every opportunity to be kind ourselves, they will follow. The reverse is also true, however. If we are quick to lose our temper, this will set a negative example that will eventually become hard to break from. Therefore, we should all try to enhance kindness and tolerance in our classroom. Number two, celebrating achievements of the students together. One of the major benefits of safe learning environment is that students will begin to take pride in their works and in themselves. The best way to help our kids along on this goal is to skip right to the end result and celebrate their achievements as they're happening. By celebrating our students, we can foster an open environment filled with happiness and creativity. Next one, build a judgment-free zone. If we ask most adults why they're afraid of public speaking, one of the most common answers that we will get is that they're afraid of being judged by others. The same concept is true for our young students as well. If they feel like any time they open their mouth to answer a question, they might get judged negatively by their peers or even by their teacher, they will stop opening themselves up. To combat this, we need to go out of our way to create an environment free from judgment. Let our young minds know that differing opinions are a great thing. Let them realize that being wrong while answering a question is not a bad thing either. Please keep reminding that failure is nothing but a learning experience, and it is actually the pillar of success. Conclusion. To conclude the topic of today's webinar, let's realize that communication indeed plays a very crucial role in building up not only the career of a student individually, but it plays a major role towards the overall development of a student as a responsible and honest human being as well. The communication of teachers, either verbal or nonverbal, is an important factor required by our students to become successful in their educational as well as human pursuits. An apt communication motivates the students to enhance their overall abilities. It also encourages them to work hard towards a better future of our world together. Therefore, it is very important and necessary that the teachers should communicate with the students in a cordial and effective manner. The outbreak of COVID-19 since early 2020 has challenged the entire teaching community in their noble efforts to spread education to the next generation as torchbearers. Though initially shocked and confused with the closure of all the educational institutions to break the chain of the virus, very soon we, the teachers, as the indomitable warriors, challenged the virus by introducing online class. Each and every one of us tried really hard to overcome all our barriers, to defeat all our hindrances, to learn all the technical aspects, only to be able to conduct an effective online class to reach our beloved students and to be there for them for anything it takes, whatever it is. We struggled a lot to embrace all these technical jargons, but never thought twice before stretching our hands to our loving students. As it is said years ago, the show must go on. We, as teachers, would always be ready to overcome all obstacles whatsoever to prove ourselves a true friend, philosopher, and guide for our next generation and to all the generations to come. With this positive note, I would like to thank you all. Have a nice day.
Sabha madam, unmute, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That was indeed so incredible. Dear friends, your presentation actually helped us to expand our horizons. You have proved that the strength of the team is each individual member, and the strength of each member is the entire team. I'm very sure that everyone present here will definitely try to imbibe the points that we have learned today. Thank you once again. The essence of leadership is influence, not authority. It lies in guiding others to success, in ensuring that everyone performs their best. A person who is a strict disciplinarian and has a magnetic personality. I would like to invite our most respected principal, Sir Naushad, sir, to address this wonderful gathering. Sir.
Thank you, Nurustava, for a wonderful introduction. But I am not fit for all words.
No, sir,
But
you're fit for everything. You're fit for everything, sir.
Okay, thank you. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of mind to think. Officiating vice principal of boys section, supervisor of various sections, resource persons, master of ceremony, dear colleagues, Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all.
Walaikum assalam.
Today, we all learn from the wonderful webinar presented by the secondary boys section team. It is always recommended by the CBSE to conduct workshop and seminar or webinar so that teachers keep his or her knowledge updated, and it will be a driving force for them to give their best in teaching methodology. I appreciate the whole secondary boys teaching fraternity for their continuous support, and especially the resource person, the way they did research and come up with their webinar session. We always feel and ensure that all the teachers should come forward with their experience in this field and conduct webinar to enrich teaching learning practice in a school. Mrs. Sajirani pointed out and explained as why communication skills is so important in our life. Effective communication in the workplace is an integral element of one's success. and you all agreed with it. Indeed, it is a very informative and helpful for every teacher. Being the teacher, we come across the difficulties or problems faced in communication in our day-to-day life. That is very minutely explained by Mrs. Sandhya Lakshmi. It is a well-known fact that every problem has a solution. So today in our webinar, the role of problem solver is played by Mrs. Mumtaz Iqbal, well-researched topic. Mrs. Nausheen very well explained how the role play can be skillfully used in classes by the teachers to make them understand various emotions of life. I have read and heard about Kohat app, but I must say that Mr. Nikat Parvez used it very efficiently today. I like the way you all enjoyed it. The success of Kohat app is clearly visible today. Mrs. Iman Chatterjee handling safe learning environment was worth watching. It is in fact the need of the hour today. All points discussed in a webinar were very informative. I request all the teachers to practice the strategies elaborated here, and you all can come up in near future with your own research topic in the form of webinar. For this webinar today, I would like to convey my best regards to the whole team, including felicitators and MOC. Mrs. Noor Sabah, who is a very confident speaker, and she smoothly conducted with charm and grace. I must appreciate and welcome Mr. Tamim Ansari in IIS Jubail for his beautiful voice in Surah recitation. I would like to convey Mr. Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad and Supervisor Secondary Section, Mrs. Nikat Mohyuddin, for planning this very fruitful session in a meticulous way. Hoping to see you all in another exciting webinar session very soon. I wish you all the best. Keep yourselves safe and healthy. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your enriching words and for your continuous encouragement. We always celebrate your leadership and the influence that you have on us. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you.
Before progressing, I would like to inform all my colleagues that the attendance and the feedback link has been posted in the chat box. So please ensure that before leaving the meeting, kindly fill that form. Okay, moving on.
Sorry to interrupt in between. I also formally welcome Mrs. Nilofer Rashid, who has just been here in the program since the very beginning.
Yes, I was just.
Thank you, madam, for being with us.
Thank you so much, sir. Assalamu alaikum and good morning to all of you. Thoroughly enjoyed. Actually, my friends, some of my friends are here, my colleagues are here, so I could not stop myself. And once I start enjoying it, I just glued to my chair. And since beginning till now, each and every part I enjoyed. So Alhamdulillah, I enjoyed it so much. And some of the practices which is discussed here, I am going to implement in my section. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
First love is never forgotten.
Yes.
First love is never forgotten. And your first love is main building of
sir,
IIS
that's
Jubail.
true. That's true. That's true, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Thank
Please.
you.
Sorry to interrupt,
Thank you.
Madam Nuru Sabah. Please continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. A sweet, charming lady with an evergreen smile. I would like to invite our supervisor, Nikat Mohyuddin ma'am, to propose the vote of.
Okay. Thanksgiving is a time of togetherness and gratitude. Honorable Principal Sir, VP Sir, and supervisors of different sections, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and good morning to one and all present here. It's an honor for me to propose a vote of thanks today. I take an opportunity to sincerely thank you all for attending the webinar. First and the foremost, I would like to extend my gratitude to Tamim sir for his wonderful surah recitation and enlightening us with the meanings of attributes of Allah through the verses of Holy Quran. Thank you, sir. Next, I would sincerely pay my thanks to VP sir for his welcome address. Sir, your guidance and the words always encourage us and help us to achieve our endeavors. Sir, as you well said, that it is a challenge which our webinar team has accepted in a very short time. So it's only possible when you are with us all the time. Thank you, sir. I would like to appreciate the selfless efforts of our webinar team for sharing their intellect on today's topic. Your presentation was indeed informative, innovative, interactive, and interesting. I loved. I hope everyone would have loved and liked the way our webinar team has showed their sparkling moments. The topic discussed today is related to all of us. Through their presentations, we got the insight which is really helpful for us in our educational career. We have learned a lot how to stay calm when faced with such problems, that too in online teaching. And you have given us the techniques how to deal with them in a logical way. Thanks to each one of us for showing your involvement and willingness that you have expressed. A big applause and a generous thanks from me to all of you in the webinar team. My heartiest thanks to our principal sir, Dr. Naushad Ali, for being a constant motivator and promoting us the strength so that we can excel in our educational field. Principal sir, vice principal sir, and supervisors of different sections, I, on behalf of secondary boys section, would like to thank you all for your patient listening and unfretting support and believing in us to excel in this educational field. We know that we all are going through tough times during this pandemic. All around there is a chaos, but we keep moving forward. We behold the flag and the torch of learning and teaching. It was only, sir, due to your support and your guidance which you gave us from time to time. I would like to express my esteemed thanks to Nadeem sir for his technical support. Thank you for being with us for this webinar throughout. Last but not the least, I would like to say thanks to secondary boys section fraternity for being present here. Indeed, we are flowers of different colors and different smells, different aromas, different fragrances, but we are from the same garden. Your presence has helped in making this event a successful one. At last, I would like to say that we are not a team because we are working together, but we are a team because we love, we trust, we care, we respect each other in all the fields we are going through. Lastly, I want to say thanks to all and good wishes for your enthusiastic year ahead. Thanks a lot, all of you, for being here, joining with us. It was a really a cherishable moment.
Yeah, no doubt it was a cherishing and it will be remembered by everyone, hopefully. Thank you, Nikhat madam, and thank you all the speakers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Principal sir. Well, my most bucket full of full, what can I say? I don't have words to express my thanks to Noor Sabha ma'am, who did it in a very meticulous way. Alhamdulillah, all is well that ends well.
Nadeem sir, thank you very much for being here for the
most welcome. The most welcome.
Thank you. You have always.
Please.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thanks, sir. Thanks a lot to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.